So I walk into this classroom, and I see these notes up all over. What is a leader? What does it look like? Who do you think are leaders? And it really got me thinking. And then it was like, well, what is integrity? And then I read this logo, do the right things for the right reasons with the right people every single time. But then it's to the best of your ability, even when no one's looking. And it really made me think. And when I started to think, and I started to see these kids in the classroom thinking, this girl would walk in and she had these crutches, and she would come into the classroom, and watching how the class supported her, there was nobody that said, oh, hey, can you help? They just pitched in and did it. Watching how they thought about their school, seeing that change, a school that I graduated from, a school that was important to me, and being able to see that. And almost, in the beginning, I was jealous of them, right? Because I would have loved to have had somebody talk to me about my character versus my reputation. Because at one point in time, I had a tan. I was about 40 pounds lighter, you know. And now I walk in, and what'd you say, Harlan? Harlan Sanders? Mr. Colonel Sanders, right? And I walk in with that, because that's what you see when you see me, and that's okay. That's okay, because that's human, right? That's human nature of what we deal. But when we can teach these kids, and I've had them say that in the beginning, and then once they get to know me, and we start to build relationships, all that washes away. We don't judge people when we have a relationship with them. And that's what ALA starts to do. It starts to bridge that commonality between peers. We're creating an environment where our youth are starting to see their peers in a valued way. Think about our world. Think about our society and where we're at. Last night, I got the privilege to attend a graduation ceremony for a drug court. Okay, and we had the first 2 individuals completed this drug court. And what a wonderful thing that was for those individuals to start putting things into their life to make themselves better. And it got me thinking, as long as we have a need for a drug court, we have a need for leadership. We have a need for ALA, right? Because think about our communities, think about our kids, think about what they're seeing on TV, what they're dealing with, what's being put in their head. Where does that stop? I look at my community, I look at those things, and when I see this need that we have, where does that change start? How does that change come about? How do we start to value one another? That's where ALA hooked me in. I watched it. I've seen it firsthand as a community member, as a volunteer. And I said, I want to be a part of that. I don't care what I got to do. Now here I am, and I'm proud to be a part of that. I've had the privilege of facilitating classes at both Southern Local, at our Perry County JFS, and at New Lex High School. I get to talk to these kids. I get to see these kids. I get to watch that light bulb start to come on. Because when you start to ask a kid, well, why do you think that? And then they start to realize that they think the same way, or they have a similar thought as you, and you have a similar thought. Well, now we have a relationship, right? Now we can start to build that bridge.